We will also be joined by them at 4:15. Now keep in mind, SeaWorld is a big circle, so if you tend to loop on back and find us later, we will be here. Again, my name is Jackie, and I'm very happy host for the next 30 minutes. Now, Antonio and Aaron are pearl diving, so while they are entertaining you with their underwater acrobatics and skills, they are also taking care of the aquatic oysters at the bottom of our lagoon. Now, those great-looking rock structures that you see, those are aquatic oysters. They come to us from Japan. They are saltwater oysters. They are prized for their ability to make beautiful saltwater pearls. Now, if you want to take home one of these pearls as a memory of your visit today, just talk to myself, Jackie, and I'll bring you up on the bridge, and I will team you up with Aaron or Antonio. They will use that free diving technique and dive for you, bringing up a whole bunch of oysters for you to choose from. Once you make your selection, we'll bring that oyster over here to our shucking station and reveal that pearl for the very first time. It takes these oysters about 5 years to make these pearls. And the pearls come in a variety of different colors: white, cream, pink, silver, and the rare black pearl. We had a beautiful black pearl that went home to the family from Virginia. Just our last set, about an hour ago. It's beautiful and stunning. Now, when I say black, it's not just solid black. Because of that iridescent nature of a pearl, there's a variety of different color hues that are reflected in that. Now, Antonio is making those bubble rings. Both Antonio and Aaron make those bubble rings look really, really easy, but they're very, very difficult. Our lagoon is 12 feet deep. Now, while that might not sound very deep, anything deeper than 10 feet, you're going to start having atmospheric pressure. Our divers have been in this lagoon so long, they no longer feel the need to have to equalize their ears. And our divers also are able to control their own buoyancy. When Aaron and Antonio are in that lagoon, they do not have any dive belts, but they are relying on the strength of their heart and lungs, and they're able to let air out of their lungs to be able to stay at the bottom of the lagoon. Now, please feel free to come on down and say hi to our divers. Use those yellow stairs and handrails for your safety. But our divers, Aaron and Antonio, would love to be able to interact with you, give them a high five, get a picture with our divers. It is very rare to see live pearl diving in action. We're one of the few places in the continental United States that provides this very traditional activity here that you're able to witness. Free diving dates back to 6,000 BC. It was very popular in the eastern part of the Mediterranean, Greece and Egypt. Now, we know that free diving dates back at least that far because we found pearl jewelry amongst the archaeological excavations of the area. Now, the only way to get a pearl is from an oyster, and the only way to get these oysters when they're making these pearls is by diving for them. So divers centuries ago would take a boat just offshore and anchor it. They would be out at sea for hours, sometimes diving to depths up to 100 feet on a single hold. They would retrieve abalone and shellfish and other treasures from the sea, bring that back to support the village. Now, if you want to take home one of these beautiful pearls as a memory of your visit, my name's Jackie, or you can also talk to any of the ambassadors in the Forever Pearl shop. We will team you up with Aaron or Antonio, and we will bring up some oysters for you to choose from. Bring those oysters over to our shucking station and reveal that pearl. Now, the fun thing is that you can't tell what kind of pearl you're going to get until you open the oyster. It makes it really exciting. Every oyster is kind of like nature's own mystery box. It takes these oysters 5 years to make these pearls. So think about where your life was about 5 years ago, and that's when these pearls were born. All of our pearls come in a variety of different colors. We have white, cream, which is the silver pearl, and that stands for wisdom. Now, we've got Aaron and Antonio demonstrating that negative buoyancy that they're both able to achieve. Most humans, most people want to just kind of like float, but our divers are able to control their buoyancy by letting air out of their lungs so that they can stay at the bottom of the lagoon and do those really cool push-ups. Oh, one finger push-up. Nice. Aaron, that looked really good. That's really cool, you guys. They make it look so easy, but it is really really difficult. Not only are Antonio and Aaron holding their breath for extended periods of time, being completely relaxed under the water, but they're not using any dive belts. They're able to stay at the bottom of the lagoon with their own breath control. Now, if you think about it, you have to let air out of your lungs to be able to sink. If you take a big breath, that's going to be air filling your lungs. It's going to act like a swim bladder does in a fish, and it's going to keep you afloat. You have to let air out to sink down to the bottom of the lagoon. It also helps that both of our divers are extremely athletic, and that muscle mass also has a very good BMI. It is the only gemstone made by a living organism. Think about diamonds, rubies, sapphires, emeralds. Those are all made in organically with the heat pressure of the earth. Now what happens is a pearl is formed by an oyster when an oyster has an irritant that makes its way inside of it. Oysters swim through the water by opening and closing their shells while they're irritant. That will solidify, and that process continues throughout the natural life cycle of the oyster, resulting in a beautiful pearl. Now, pearls are also porous, meaning they absorb whatever they come in contact with. When you open up your oyster with us, you will be the first human hands to touch that. It's basically absorbing your DNA and bond you forever with that pearl. Now, if you currently own a pearl, we want to encourage you to wear that pearl as much as possible. And it's because that pearl relies on your skin oils to maintain the luster and shine. If you don't wear the pearl very often,